What's up, guys? Welcome to the Freedom Builder method. This method will help you to go from zero to $1 million, and I'll help you to understand that in a very simple way. Most people overcomplicate investing, but the truth is, there are a lot of products out there. But wealth is built one decision at a time, consistently. You need a couple pillars of high performance in order to build anything good in life. If you want to build anything that lasts in this lifetime, you have to be disciplined, consistent, and you have to work hard. Most people don't want to do that. If you just understand these topics of high performance, you can literally build anything you want. This class specifically will give you a plan, a step-by-step guide for you to go from zero to $1 million. Whether you are just getting started or want to create a real future for you and your family, you will need 4 steps to get to $1 million. The first one is to choose a brokerage. Second, you need to open an account. Third, you need to deposit money consistently in that account. And fourth, you need to buy assets every month. Okay? In step number 1, choosing a brokerage. You can use Fidelity, Schwab, Vanguard, or E-Trade. I love Fidelity for long-term investments. I'm a sophisticated long-term investor. I think of 10, 15, 20, 30 years ahead of me. So Fidelity has the best tools for that. Schwab has long-term tools, but also a couple good options for short-term strategies. It's very visual. Vanguard and E-Trade, I never used it, but I have friends and family that loves it. And you do your research and use whatever you like the most. I recommend Fidelity for long-term investing and Schwab for hybrid. Step number 2, open an account. You have 2 main options. You can open a Roth IRA. If you qualify in 2025, you can go check for your income limits. You can go check if you are eligible for a Roth IRA, and you check that on the irs.gov website. Under 50 years old, you can invest up to $7,000 a year, which is $583 a month. If you are over 50 years old, you can invest up to $8,000 a year, which is $666 every month. You have to check again if you qualify for a Roth IRA. This type of account has tax advantages. You don't pay taxes when you're retired at 59 and a half. And if you choose a regular brokerage account, you will pay taxes when you cash that money out. So choose what's best for your age, income, and country. And if you have any questions, let me know. Here's the front page for the Schwab website. Again, you can either go here if you want an individual taxable brokerage account. If you are opening an account with someone, you go right here, and a Roth IRA where you are not gonna pay taxes when you cash that money out in retirement. You go right here, and let's keep it simple. Okay, here's the Fidelity front page. Same thing. You can click on open an account if you want IRAs, or brokerage account if you want an individual taxable brokerage account. Again, do your research and see what's best for you. Here's the thing. You gotta set it and forget it. Again, you can see the limitations for the year, and you have to set up recurring transfers so you don't have to think about it. If you create friction when it comes to depositing money for your future, you will have a hard time with depositing that money in there, because you will always find ways and things to spend that money on. So make that money harder to spend. And the way you make that money hard to spend is setting up a recurring transfers so you don't have to think about it. You can do either bi-weekly or monthly transfers, but set that up like an auto pay payment where you're not really thinking about it. The money is leaving your account and going somewhere for the future, and you are learning to live life without that money. You pretend like you don't have that money. That's not your money now, it's your money for the future. That's the type of mentality you have to have in order to set up a mindset to go from zero to $1 million. Okay, here's the front page of the Fidelity account once you get in. So you already got into the Fidelity account, and in order to proceed here, you will click on transfer. When you click on transfer, you will see that this little box will open up, and you can see the currency here. You can either click on one time or recurring. I advise you to go with recurring. And here the frequency depends on how you want to deposit that money. Do you want to do monthly? You want to do bi-weekly? I do monthly. And you go in here and you set the date. What is the date? You want it today, tomorrow? When? Where do you want it to, where do you want to start? I recommend you never set an end option. Just learn how to live without that money. And for us under 50 years old, let's go with $583. Okay? When you set recurring deposits, and doesn't matter what's happening in the economy, doesn't matter if the news are positive or negative, you're investing consistently. You do something called dollar cost averaging, where the economy will be up or down, you're buying. When the economy is up, you're buying expensive. When the economy is down, you're buying cheap. And at one point, you will be an average price on that stock that you are buying. And over time, you will always do good. Invest the same amount at regular intervals. It will always smooth out market volatility. So if you only buy when it's high, now you lose the opportunity to dollar cost average your money, to bring your money down when the economy is down. You're always going to buy expensive. You will have to wait for the economy to keep going up for you to profit. So buy when the economy is down, buy when the economy is up. Okay, we want to keep things simple here. That's what I'm gonna say about step number 3 for now. For step number 4, a lot of people make bad mistakes here. When you transfer money from your checking account from your bank, either Wells Fargo or Bank of America or Chase, to your brokerage account, Fidelity, Schwab, E-Trade, or whatever brokerage account you are using, it doesn't mean that your money is being invested. You have to manually invest that money. And if you focus on buying one share of a S&P 500 fund every month, for example, you can buy SPY, VOO, or IVV. These funds are all similar but a little bit different. You can go check out on their Yahoo Finance website to see what exactly is inside of them. But this is basically the 500 most successful companies in the US. The US is the world's strongest economy, and when you buy one of these indexes, you are investing in the 500 most successful companies in the US. Okay? If you buy one share of a S&P 500 ETF, it can be one of these 3 examples I gave you. For about 30 years, you will get to your $1 million. And here you can go look at the S&P 500 funds, you can go look at Yahoo Finance, you will see that, take a look at SPY. It goes down and up, but over time always goes up. The economy always goes up over time, okay? And I'm gonna give you guys this other tool, which is a compound interest calculator. And compound interest is one of the most beautiful things in this life. When you understand how to use it in your advantage, you will understand how to compound money with time and consistency. The two most important tools for compound interest is time and consistency. So initial investment, let's say 0, we will start contributing now $583 every month for a length of 30 years. And we will say that the interest rate is about 10%, which means that the average growth of the S&P 500, it's about 10%. It doesn't mean that every year it grows 10%. Some years grows 10, 20, 30%, and some years is down 10%. But the average growth of the S&P 500 index, it's about an average of 10% annually. With that being said, that might not sound a lot to you, but when you use the rules and the theory and the beauty of compound interest, you see the magic. The results are, in 30 years, you will have $1.150 million. And the most beautiful thing about this is that, take a look at what the middle class and poor people do. They don't invest anything, and their money grows like this, in a flat way. When you invest using the rules of compound interest, your money grows right here exponentially. Okay, I want to show you something else here a little closer. When you close up the graphics right here, you will see that the future value of $583 every month, paying you 10% every year, it's about $1.1 million. But your total contributions for 30 years was $209,880,000. So do you see the magic of compound interest in 30 years? You contributed $200,000, and here's $1 million in your bank account for you to buy your time back and live a great life with that money in retirement. Okay? In order to finalize the purchase of the stock, remember I told you, when you transfer the money from your bank account to your brokerage account, you still need to buy assets. If you're buying SPY, you go on here and you look for the SPY ticket symbol, and you're gonna go in here in the action button, and you're gonna say buy. The quantity is gonna be 1. The order type, it's gonna be market. We could get deeper into this, but I really want you to keep things simple for now. We can always adjust things later, but for now, just use market value for the day. You wanna buy it today, and you wanna buy cash because the cash is coming out of your checking or savings account from your bank to your brokerage account, and the cash is sitting here in order to get invested. You're gonna preview the order, and then you are going to buy this stock right here every month. Every month you will do that. With just $500 investing in a S&P 500 fund at 10% average return, you will hit $1 million in 30 years. The wealthy plays this game consistently. The poor middle class keeps money in savings and under the mattresses and in a checking account. And your money is always losing value to inflation. Don't let that happen. Let's make sure you secure that $1 million, okay? Financial freedom mindset. I want you to ask yourself, do I want to work forever? Most people don't. I don't. I hope you don't as well. You want your freedom to spend time doing the things you love. You don't want to work forever. Ask yourself, am I spending tomorrow's dollars for today's comfort? What are you doing with that extra money that could be invested in your future today? Ask yourself that question. Do I want to buy more stuff or buy my time back? Listen, when you buy stuff, all you have is stuff around you. When you invest for the future, you are buying your time back, because later at 60, 65, 70 years old, you will not be spending your time with people you don't want, doing things you don't want. You will spend time doing the things you want with people you want to be with. And wealth is simple. It requires discipline, patience, and commitment. If you commit to do that, you will see that you will reach $1 million at your lifetime. So here's a recap. Step number 1, you choose a brokerage. Step number 2, open an account, a Roth IRA or a taxable brokerage account. You will go to step number 3, set recurring deposits. Learn how to live without that money. This is future money. Step number 4, you will buy a S&P 500 ETF once a month. Repeat monthly for the next 10 to 30 years, and this is how you become a millionaire. Before taking any steps further, what I want you to understand before anything is that you need a financial foundation. You need to understand what your goals are when it comes to money. You can go to my website and check on my financial freedom calculator to see exactly how much money you need in retirement in order to never have to work ever again. And you can also go to my community and ask access to my Budget Master software, where you will be able to learn more about your money habits and how to save more money for the future. Start the Freedom Builder method today. Your future self will thank you. I'm happy to deliver that information to you, and this is the type of information I want you to be good at. I want you to be educated at it. I want you to know all these topics of finances and high performance. And once you understand this, I'm pretty sure you have a way better understanding of how to go from 0 to $1 million now with a little more than $500 a month. And there's so many other strategies you can use to do the same thing. There's so many other little things you can do to build that type of wealth. So make sure you're staying inside the community and engaged, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.